Special good Monday afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. And to all our Facebook friends and those of you who are locked on via YouTube, this is your program, Hard Facts, with yours truly, Imam Rashid Karim, and my co-host today is my friend and fellow activist, Mr. Premchand Baldeo. My friends, those of you who are locked on and those of you who are looking at our progress, you're going to realize by now that our station we have received a lot of views in the past 6 weeks. And we are asking you, those of you who are locked on and those of you who are maybe participating in our program via calling, via messaging, and those interaction that you are having with us, I just want to say a special thanks to you all and hats off to you all for making our program a success thus far. My friends, those of you who are locked on, and those of you who would like to reach us, maybe you have a topic of discussion, maybe you would like to be part and parcel of what we are conversing here on. The topics, inshallah, is very, very important. The number to reach me is 740-3347, and we are here Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., and we are here identifying, my friends, identifying some of the anomalies, some of the chaotic situation that you are plagued with on a daily basis when it comes to the governance of Trinidad and Tobago, when it comes to the representation of MPs, Member of Parliament, ministerial position, portfolios. We are here, my friends, not to really and truly bring disrepute to the character of anyone. Our show is a different show. We are here identifying anomalies, we are identifying problems with hard facts, with videos to support us, and you, the callers who are listening to us, you can interact with us by identifying and conversing with us via your phone, or maybe if you would like to WhatsApp us or you would like to text message to us, feel free to do so. Okay? Today's program, we have a lot, and when I tell you a lot of interesting segments. And the first segment I want to really and truly deal with today is the high prices of chickens in this country of Trinidad and Tobago. Some of you, my friends, maybe you are not aware. Maybe some of you are not aware of what is taking place. But these are the wholesale prices of chickens right now in Trinidad and Tobago. It's starting from $8.25 per pound and reaching all the way to $8.50 per pound. And that is wholesale. We are talking about the pluck shop owners. They are going to pay $8.25 to $8.50 per pound. And maybe some of those persons who are wholesalers may be getting it maybe at $8.10 or $8.50 thereabout. So my friends, those of you who are locked on, I just want you all, we are going to give you segments like this, where you can understand the philosophy of our program. We are talking hard facts. And we are telling you what is taking place in our beautiful country, Trinidad and Tobago. And why I started off our program here today with the high prices of chickens, a lot of people, my friends, a lot of people, as Premchand was mentioning to me a while ago, he told us that, Imam, let us talk about poverty. Let us talk about high prices of commodities and goods. And I said, no problem, let's do that, because it is relevant, it is a daily issue, and many persons today are suffering. Some people can purchase a chicken, some person cannot. Some person can purchase many chickens. But we are talking about people, my friends, who are not able and who are really and truly needs to know the facts of what is taking place in our country, Trinidad and Tobago. So Prem, maybe you can take a little shoot from that and identify, as you mentioned earlier, when it comes to the poverty rate in Trinidad and Tobago and how people are suffering and so forth.
Okay, good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste. And Imam, thank you once again for having me on your program.
You're welcome.
I must let you all know that Imam and I has been friends a long time now. He's a highly respected individual in society. He's a learned Imam, very influential person, and he has been an activist for over 40-50 years. Am I right, Imam?
Yes, around that.
Working on behalf of the downtrodden, the poor, the needy, those who do not have a voice. And now Imam has launched this program, this social media platform, to highlight the plight of our people, okay, to bring to the fore what our people are going through, and it is free to the members of the public, okay. So Imam, on the topic of poverty, that the price of chicken that you spoke about and that sort of thing, I was listening to a talk show program some months ago, and a lady from Sangre Grande called and was crying on that phone. She said that she has 2 teenage daughters and her house has no food. Can you imagine that, Imam?
Hey.
Okay?
So sad.
That is very painful.
So sad.
Some of us, we feed our dogs the best food, the best dog chow. We throw away food. And there are people in our neighboring villages and in our own villages that doesn't have a meal to go by. So Imam, what I did, I got in contact with that lady through that talk show program, and with some friends from my village. One of them is present here in the audience, Lachman, Sunarai, Jagan, and 1 or 2 of the others. And we pooled our resources together, and we went to the grocery and we bought approximately $1,500 Imam worth of food with our own money.
Right.
Groceries,
Well
market goods, chicken, salt, the whole kitchen, and even soap to wash and that sort of thing, and bathe, and toothpaste, Colgate, or whatever have you. And we went there and we located that home. It was a 1-bedroom house. Can you imagine that, Imam?
Hey.
When we went there, we had to take the goods inside of the house, and we went upstairs, a little 4-feet house from the ground. There was no food. There was, Imam, my heart melted that day. There was no groceries in that house. There was a child there, probably about 11, 12 years old, and we reached there about 11, 12 in the day, and that child did not eat anything for the morning. Can you imagine?
This is the suffering that a lot of people are facing.
Yes, and this is going unannounced. This is allowing to pass as the politics of the day. This is allowing to pass, and our people are starving. Okay? So, what we need to do, Imam, let me hand over to you now.
No, what should be done, right? I tell you something, and this is one of the reasons why, councillors, MPs, ministers right? You come around during election time, okay? And you want to greet people, you want to meet people, you want to hug babies, you want to take out photos, all these things you want to do. And your Burgesses, your people are starving and your people are suffering. Let's take the caller. We have a caller on the line. Caller, go ahead.
Hello, good day.
Good day, good day.
I'm calling to make a report
Uh-huh.
that over 3 months now we're not getting water. If you can get up 3 o'clock in the morning to full water, we can't get no water. I is a woman 75 years old suffering with arthritis. And I have to get up that hour to go and full water about 3 months now.
Okay, okay. All right, what is your area again?
Huh?
What area are we speaking about?
Felicity.
Felicity, that is my hometown. All right, okay, we take that complaint. The producer will take your name and a number, and we will try to get in contact with the relevant agencies to see how best we can at least provide some truck-borne water for you. All right? Thank you.
The Prime Minister is suffering people in Chaguanas West, you know.
All right, okay. All right, okay. So we will deal with that issue. We will deal with that issue.
It's not me alone who's suffering for water. Plenty people in Felicity suffering for water right now.
All right, okay. And have you spoken to the councillor for the area?
That councillor is away for time.
Okay, okay. Sorry to hear that. All right, we'll take it up from there, Auntie. We'll take it up from there.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
We'll take it up from there. Okay, so my friends, again, imagine that, if I come on the air, right, and I say, look, people not getting water, you know what is going to happen? They will feel, the audience and John public outside there who are not accord with what is taking place. They would feel like, oh, Imam trying to build up his show, and he's trying to do this and trying to do that. But here it is, the lady is 75 years old, and she's claiming. That is unrealistic in this present day and time when they're going to charge property tax and they're going to do all these things and local government election. At least pacify the hearts of the people for this period of time, right? Just for this period of time, because that's a norm, Prim?
Yeah.
It's a norm because they're starting to patch pothole and they're starting to do this and starting to do that. Now you're seeing them now because they want to come here and hug you up
to win your votes.
To win the votes, and then after
back into office.
After maybe 2 years, 9 months, and some days, you're not seeing them.
Yeah.
That's the norm of the day. And are we going to identify? Are we going to highlight? Are we going to shine up people? Not because we hate them. I do, as I mentioned before. I want to say a special hats off to Faik, Mayor Faik. Our program is really and truly reaching some way, because I remember speaking about the Ashraf Road thing.
Yes.
And then we saw Adrian, he ignited and he started doing, but again, Adrian had been doing some work. Give Jackie jacket, right? Then we saw, when I brought it up again on this program, we saw Wendy Francis doing up some work. And then again now, I spoke in the same media. I spoke on my program, Hard Facts, and I saw last week, Mayor Faik, they embark on a box train. But the problem is, and my problem is this, that box train is going to service about 6 houses. Only 6 houses. And those houses are people who have breached the building code.
That's it. Yes.
They breached the building code, and I want to identify that to the authorities when they come and check me. And I will show you that many people, as I mentioned last week, and what is happening, people are getting flooded, and this box drain that has been built at this present time would really and truly serve about 6 houses, right? But lower down on Greenwich Road, that is what I've been clamoring for and mentioning over and over and over and over to Mayor Faik, who is the councillor for that area. Try to come down there when a little bit of rain fall, and you're going to see how much water is settling there. And you know, Prem, it is not a hard task to fix. All they need to do is lift the road a bit. And you know something? Imagine this, in the year 2023. There's only drain on one side. The people on that street encroach on the roadway. They encroach on the roadway. There is no box drain. There is no drain on the other side. So all the water from the other side has to come on the road and drain out via the road. This is unacceptable, Mayor Fai. I beg you up. Yes, you get the box drain done for about 6 or 7 houses. We appreciate that. I'm happy that 6 homes in Greenwich Road is really and truly facilitated and happy. But what about lower down where there is no drain? What are you going to do? How are you going to face the public come election day? See, the problem is some of these fellas, and that's one of the reasons why I get angry, and you're going to get angry when I say this, and many of the viewers outside are going to get angry when you have the heirs of the leader, right? And you are close to the leader, decisions are going to be taken in your favor. In your favor.
Yeah.
And really and
That
truly.
is nepotism.
Exactly. So, and then we're going to have genuine people who want to represent the area.
And not getting the break.
And they're not getting a break. Because you know why? You are conducive and user-friendly to the political party. Right? When you're supposed to be user-friendly, right? And to your burgesses, you're supposed to be able to assist and to render assistance where assistance is needed. So my friends, again, I don't want to really stray from the topic because today we have a lot of topic. We started off with the poultry, the high price of chicken. Chicken is going up like the stock market, right? You will realize today chicken is $8.50. Wednesday going to be $7.50, and then the Saturday going to go up again. You all don't know. You all don't know the market. Ask me, I will tell you because I investigated all those anomalies. The price is not standardized for even 1 week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is a price. Thursday, Friday, Saturday is a price. And that is happening for the past year and a half to 2 years. So my friends, we're going to talk about other things. We're going to talk about other things. Yeah.
Just before you go, you move forward to the next topic, right? I would just want to lend some support to the last caller we had. Right, Imam, you are very well aware that I, Premchand Balde, bought two 1,000-gallon water tanks from you.
Exactly.
And our friend sitting there, Lakshman Jagan, he also bought 2 from you. You know why? Just 6 weeks ago in Upper Ashraford, Charleville and surrounding areas, Kolahar Road, Dino Road, Marcher Road, we never had a proper water supply. Right? So I want to lend support to that caller that yes, there is a water problem in Felicity, in Charleville where I reside. That has been solved. Okay?
It's been solved for you, but what about the residents?
Well, I said in my way it has been solved for her.
Right.
Right?
So that came about because of the activists and maybe the MP.
And the MP, yes, the MP.
So hats off again now.
The MP Dinesh Rambali.
MP Dinesh Rambali for his quick intervention.
Yes,
in
very
assisting the residents of Ashraf, Lower Ashraf and Kolahar
Yes.
Road. My friends, last week we started that topic, right? And I want the director to get that video where Prem was identifying that many residents are saying that a 40-feet river has reduced
To 4 feet.
has shrunk to a distance where you can jump it over. So this is what we are speaking about now. This here, imagine this. This is in Charleville area, okay? And you look at the debris in that river, right? Look at the debris in that river. And I would say that many of those debris will be coming down with the speed of the water current and so forth, right?
This is part of the debris, Imam.
Yeah.
That was
so,
dumped from
yeah.
the construction site into the river there. Look how much is that? About I estimate it to be 200 loads. It could be more.
And that came from what? From a developer or something?
So a developer on the other side
Uh-huh.
is developing a piece of land there for building, and the backhoe is just dumping the material in the river itself. Look at it. That is a lot of material.
So maybe the borough should go there and inspect as fast as possible, as quick as possible, because the rainy season is now upon us.
If you look at this side, Imam,
Mhm.
the water is just minimal. But look at the eastern side, where it is coming from.
Yeah.
The flow, because of the blockage, the flow is even more.
And basically, pieces of land has been encroached upon there.
Yes.
Because I tell you something, if the river is 40 feet wide and those guys are filling, automatically what they are doing, they are trying to put up a retaining wall so that their building
Would not
erode.
go down, yes.
That's exactly what I see taking place. If I analyze correctly, and those of you who are looking on at the video, you are going to realize that basically that individual, the persons who have that warehouse or what have you, they are trying to protect their investment. By doing so, they are encroaching on the river bed, and when they encroach on the riverbed, they are going to cause major flooding when the high season comes. A lot of flooding took place.
What I would like to also add to that, Imam, is that one of the residents of that area, Mr. Mohan Pitiram, who was on the program sometime
I remember him.
right?
He was in our first program.
Very well. He informed the borough of Chaguanas through the medium of correspondence and pictures. Alright? The councillor for the area, Mr. Ali, Adrian Ali, he visited the job site. He visited the site, sorry. And from what Mr. Mohan Pitiram said, the councillor said that you build a house on the riverbank. And that is not true.
So here the councillor is saying, so the councillor is operating like certain PNM ministers,
Right.
where they are saying that people are building their homes in the lagoon. And when they build the house in the lagoon and they get flooded out, then the government
It's your
of the
fault.
day
It's
is your
your
fault.
fault, yeah.
And I mean that's
Right?
so unfair.
That is not true.
That's unfair.
That
Now
boy,
if the guy could produce, like for example, I brought an example where a guy in Felicity, he has the boatyard.
yes.
Now he has a deed, a certified deed. He has a deed stating that half of the river belongs to him. And I said, and I made a clarion call that works on hydraulics and drainage and what have you. They're supposed to come and identify the problem, because that is going to cause a major problem later down when the rain season really kick in.
Yes.
Right? And those of you who are locked on, again, my friends, this program is your program, and you are looking at hard facts. A program that is designed to highlight some of the anomalies that you are plagued with on a daily basis. You know, somebody texted me a while ago, right? And you know what they're saying? They're saying, Imam, talk about the 103 corridor competition, where I am living on Pier Road, and you know what? I couldn't go to my home via that normal route I had to take, because it took me from maybe about from the gas station to there. It took him about 2-3 hours to reach home.
Because of traffic
Yes, and
congestion.
another person was mentioned. There was a wedding, and
Oh
I think
my.
the people who came with the wedding, the barats and so forth, I think the honeymoon took place on the roadway. How long
They
they had to
couldn't
take
go
to
home.
reach home? They couldn't go home. So a lot of things. So this is what people are saying. But now again, I'm saying this, right? I am sure that permission has to be given by relevant agencies to have that grand function. And how do they identify? What is the measuring stick that they use, Prem? Do they ask the question, how many vehicles are going to be parked there? 500, 2,000, how many vehicles? And where are they going to park? Was there ample police on duty? All those things has to be done. You know, risk analysis has to be taken. And again, you know, it's who you know in this country. It's who you know in this country. It's not who know you. Right? It's not who know you. It's who you really know. And you know what I'm speaking about. Those people who you can shake hand and grease hand, those are the people really and truly going to help you in any of your endeavors. Otherwise, if you have to go through the natural course, better rack up shop.
Not forgetting, Imam, the noise pollution for the residents in that area, that corridor area. All 10, 11 in the night, big boom box still ponging people louvers and galvanized shaking.
Yeah, again, we like it so, you know. If we like it so, enjoy it. That's all I can say, enjoy it. So my friends, again, I want to talk about other issues. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, I want you all to call me, those of you who were affected yesterday. I know I have one friend who is always clamoring about the garbage that is on the savannah and all those things. I do hope that that was taken care of, because I know he participated on that corridor competition also. So I think that being there in his presence, he would have surely put things in place whereby all those garbage would have been removed. And I think the mayor of Chaguanas was there, and certain councillors was there, and so forth. Again, hats off to you all. I hope you enjoy yourself. But again, innocent people who are not the corridor lovers type, those people who have to go to work this morning, and those people who normally took the children out for a little spin, and they have to take the detour and go right around to come to their homes. There was inconveniences, okay? But again, you might call it collateral damage. That is what they may call it.
No.
If 5 or 10 people, 10 homes are affected, 90 homes was happy, okay?
Now, Imam, with these type of activity, it is nice to bring people together. right?
Me
In
and
an environment like that.
I have no problem.
But then you need to look at the adverse effects it will or may or should have or will have on the surrounding villagers, right?
Exactly. But
So-
again, Prem, you know something, that would have been a good opportunity, ample opportunity for budding councillors and so forth to champion their cause on that day, to identify, well, look, we're doing corridor competition, we're doing this kite flying competition, we're doing the next. Good, no problem. Great, continue. Please continue in your good trend of achievements, and I do hope and pray that you benefit. My friends, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to deal with a major, and I say major, waiting to happen accident that is going to take place. Alright, so stay tuned. As my friends, we take a break, and you are viewing Hard Facts. The number is 740-3347. Thank you.
Tito's Car Wash. You come down to Tito's Car Wash to get yourself an engine wash, a brand new spick and span cleaner.
Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back to our program Hard Facts that is aired Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday from 1 p.m. We invite you all, those of you who are locked on, to share this video, like this video, and subscribe to our new channel, Sentinel Media Broadcasting, where we identify with you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, on relevant issues thus far in our program, if you have now joined us, we brought up the first segment of our program. We spoke about poverty, and we talk about the high prices of goods and services, and we talk about the price of chickens. And I said to you all, for those of you who now join in, the price of live broilers is $8.25 and $8.50 per pound. That is the wholesale price for this week. And my friends, we're going to do that. We're going to do this for you because I told you all it is unacceptable what is taking place. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there's a specific price for chickens. And then Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, there's another price. And most of the time, it varies like that for a period of time. So I'm identifying these things for you all so that when you visit the pluck shop, you will not get angry when the pluck shop owner tell you, hey, 5-pound chicken is $60 now. And why that is so is because the price went up Thursday. And then you are going to respond, but wait now, I paid $55 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That is the reason. You can't go and buy 1,000 chickens and put it in a pen. You're going to have overhead costs. You're going to have mortality. You're going to have so many different things that you have to face. And a bag of feed is $200. So it doesn't make sense. So then you have to pay. So right now, a lot of people are getting Prem, and I want you to join in with me, right? A lot of people today, we are in a position that, and we were talking when we went on the break, that a lot of people, they speak to us during the week, before our show, after our show, good show, nice show, the program was interesting and so forth. And, you know, they tell us many things. But when we invite them and we say, hey, please give us a call, 740-3347, identify some of the problems. You don't have to call up here and try to embarrass people to make yourself look good. That is not the show. The show is not for that. I don't want to look good. Prem don't want to look good. We don't want to make the MP or the councillor of the area look bad and make ourselves look good. We don't want to hate people. We are not here to hate the political leader of the United National Congress. We are not here to hate Dr. Keith Rowley. We are not here for that. We are here to identify. We are neutral. We are here just to moderate with you, identify your problems, and beseech and beg those in authority to render assistance. That's what we're here for. I can't go and take a gun and put it by the Prime Minister head or by the MP head or by the CEO head and say you need to help them or help that. The lady called a while ago for water, right? I am sure that there are people who are listening, because when we share this video, many of you are not subscribing because before you subscribe, you know, you have to go and put your email address and do all these kind of, you know. So people are hesitant to subscribe to the channel, right? Because again, as I said in the last program, pornography sell. Yes. If it's pornography, they would happily do that. But when it comes to everyday, you know, dealings and assisting people, the downtrodden of our nation, people are hesitant to do that. They might just browse you, run at you, and say, hey, let them fellas and them brave, man. Is that because one guy come to me today, this morning, and he started complaining about the road and this, that, the next. And I said, brother, you know, hear what the brother tell me, yeah? And I've been real here and I've been honest. I'm not going to identify nobody's name. The person told me that if you have to get something done from the Shogunas Borough, you need to email them. Right? You need to email. That's a new thing.
So Imam, if you're not computer literate.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So you don't have internet.
You don't have, no, the guy is telling me that. So I want somebody to call me and let me know if the guy was speaking the truth or not. But this guy is a person I could trust. When he said that it's a new thing now in the borough, you have to email them and then they will send somebody to watch it. But the point that I want to make here, I do hope and pray, Prem, and I want you to pick it up. When election time comes just now, and the people tell you, well, here what you have to email me, I hope you can take it.
Yes.
You understand? When the election time comes just now, around the corner, and the election bell ring, right? I hope those in the borough of Shogunas and other boroughs who have implemented that, whereby you have to email us and tell us where the problem and identify the problem and so forth. I just hope that when people tell you, well, here what, email me when you come to talk to me. Email me. Give me an email, send an email for me. Because you are saying that is not the criterion. I remember this clearly. I remember this, a certain councillor, right? She said, my doors are open. The individual say, my doors are open for you. My doors are open for you day and night. Right? And then after a period of time, when they get hook, line, and sinker, and they get, you know, they get hyper and established, right? And they realize, well, here what? You know, I am the councillor now, I am the head honcho here. Right, right. So when we went by the person home, right? Before, you come by me anytime. My doors are always open for you. You know what? She put out her head and said that, hey, all you don't know I have an office. All you don't know I have an office. This is the ridiculous thing people have to go through, Prem. I see her smiling there. Give me your comments on that.
Imam, these people are the said people who are going to come around in less than 3 months' time at your door to beg for votes. Alright? If you are not satisfied, if I am not satisfied with my councillor's performance, I am not going to vote for him.
Now, what they will tell you, right? Here, what they will tell you. They say, well, look at the big picture. That's what they're going to tell you, eh? Look at the big picture. You know, the PNM government is doing such and such, and the PNM not doing anything for we here, and the PNM this, and the PNM that, and they're going to implement property tax. All they have to vote we in, you know. All they have to put we back and vote we in. Now, I want to say something. As that come in, that part, we have a segment to deal with property tax, eh?
Yes.
But how this creep in here, I'm going to take that one time. This guy, the Honorable Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, right? He is a fearless guy. Because election is coming up now. I'm telling you, election is around the corner. And this man is saying that we are going to implement property tax. He has no fear of losing.
No, and he will not lose.
The man have no fear. The Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, he's sure, right? He's sure that he's going to, of victory.
Yes.
He's sure he's going to win. Now again, Prem, you know something? I want to ask the question here today. What is the purpose of property tax? Those of you who are locked on, maybe you can call us 740-3347. Maybe you have a greater insight on what are they going. You know what? I listened to the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister has said in his speech that he gave, his release, that the monies that is derived from property tax is going to be given back to the corporation so that they can fix your pothole, and they can repair this, and they can repair that, and they can do this and the next for you. Basic bottom line. But my friends, if that is the case, right? If that is the case, good? Then is only one sector of the population is going to pay property tax. Because here what praise?
Yes.
Is only one sector of the population is going to pay property tax. Because if you look at HDC, right? You look at the Housing Authority, right? You're going to realize that recently there was a release where they are saying that there's $1 billion in arrears, right? You tell me something. Which is easier, to implement a new tax or to go back and collect your $1.5 or $1.3 billion that is in arrears? What are you going to do? And the answer is, you know what? You know what? You can answer that. 740-3347. Call and be brave.
Yes.
Call and be brave and tell us, my friends, if we are really going to be benefited. Because I tell you something. People who are tenants in a building, right? They are not going to pay property tax because they don't have any property. Those people who are renting in the malls and so forth, they are not going to pay property tax. Who is going to pay the property tax? Those people who are the businessmen. And let me tell you something. You know why a man is a businessman? Because he is shrewd, he's educated, and he knows how to run things. Because when the government, now I tell you all something, we're going bottom line here, Prem. We're going bottom line with the people. Some of them understand, some of them don't understand. If the government raise a price of an item, the businessman will buy that and he will not sell it at the lower price.
He cannot.
Because he have to make a certain amount of profit so that he can pay his staff, he can pay mobilization, he can pay
fees.
storage.
Yes.
So that price automatically is going to be lifted. So when the government is saying that they are implementing a property tax, and that is going to be for the business owners and those people who own property, yes, it is so. But the person who is going to rent, if you are renting a property for $1,500, and a man has to pay $3,000, $4,000 a year on property tax, somebody is going to incur that extra cost.
And that is the tenant.
And the tenant is going to do that. And this tenant right now, I'm telling you, the tenants right now are suffering.
Yes.
People are working for $18 an hour.
Yeah.
They are working for 8 hours per day. When you check it up and you look at it, people are living, my dear friends,
under the poverty line.
and not by biting their nails,
Yes.
because they are wondering, I wonder if I could buy this sandwich, I wonder if I could eat extra doubles. I wonder if I could drink a juice or have to drink water. This is how people are thinking today in this Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
Well said. I agree with you. Well said.
People are biting their nails, Prim. People are worried and people are concerned. Where another meal, you went across to Grandy, I believe.
Yes,
In Grandy,
yes.
you went across in Grandy trying to assist people. Now there are food cards. People, I tell you something, there are people who are wealthy, right? They are getting food cards. There are some people who are poor getting food cards, but also the wealthy ones are getting food cards. How are we going to strain that and make sure that that reach the relevant person?
The needy.
And that is the reason why a person must have some God consciousness in himself. He must have love for his brothers and sisters.
Especially when you go in office.
Exactly, because here what? You eating, you wondering what to eat and how to eat and when to eat. And the next person wondering when a meal going to come.
God.
This is the situation of Trinidad and Tobago, and you and I today, we are staying quiet. My friends, in number 740-3347, let's heat up the airwaves. Let people know what is going on. This is a special program that we have. I am here only to moderate. Prem is here only to moderate with me, so that we can listen to the cries of the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and we are here to identify the anomalies that is plaguing the situations that is destroying the fabric of our society. So my friends, again, we're going to talk about protest. You know something? Those of you who are traversing on the Uriah Butler Highway, from Price Plaza, heading up straight to Chief Curry, on this way, right? You're going to realize that last week a project took place. And I want my director, look, this is what I'm speaking about. This is what I'm speaking about. Hold that right there for a second. What we are seeing, right? And I want to introduce this protein for you. Watch that carefully. Maybe people are saying that, oh, they are doing a good job. They are doing a good job, Prim.
That is a disaster.
That is a disaster waiting to happen. And we're going to show you that now. Look here. Watch here. See where that 3-ton truck? If that is a heavy 10-wheeler truck or a 10-ton truck loaded with material, that is going to topple down there, and people are going to lose their lives. And who has monitored that drainage, that cleaning of the drain where they cleared, they encroached on the roadway? Where's the shoulder for that road? They nearly, if a man have a major, maybe he has to stop immediately. Where are that individual, where is that person going to pull? Where that person, he going to run off the road there, and you know something, my friends, that person is going to lose his life innocently. Because of what? Because of bad management. Look at that there.
The Imam erosion is taking place.
Look at it there. Look at it there.
1 or 2 days of rain.
And that is going to cave in, and you know something? Millions of dollars are going to be spent there now to put a retaining wall.
Yes.
So somehow or the other, I feel, and I want the callers to call me 740-3347. That's the number you can reach us. This is on the Uriah Butler Highway. This project started about 2 weeks ago. I'm not condemning, listen carefully. I'm not condemning the contractor. I am condemning the personnel. I am talking about the big engineers that the government has, that we are paying exorbitant salaries to. Can they not see that and predict that is going to happen, Prim? Let me hear your take.
They should know that. And I believe they knew that also. But they were paid to do a job, Imam, without supervision. All right?
So basically, it's a game playing thing.
Well, it has to be, because that
clean it,
whole road
damage the road,
collapse,
and then collapse you, and another
fix it.
contractor coming in to fix again. Hey, that's craziness.
These are food for the boys.
Okay. So my friends, again, we are seeing a lot of protests taking place, and this is just only the beginning, right? Now, I do expect the people in Akbar Trace across the road to come out and expose that. They wouldn't do that because they are not from the firing range. But those people who are traversing the highways and the byways and heading to work in the morning and whatever, you are going to realize that is an accident waiting to happen. So I'm calling on the minister, I'm calling on the Minister of Works and Infrastructure, Mr. Rohan Sinanan. I don't expect you to go. Some people will say, why you don't come down and see it? I know how you operate. The ministers and I will go and it's flood and whatever, I know. I understand the politics of it, I'm being all around. But what I'm saying, put some heat under the heels of these people who you hire.
Send your technocrats,
Yes.
send your engineers to
And let
review
them
it.
give you a review and a report. And who has to stand the bunks, let them stand the bunks.
Somebody should be held accountable.
So my friends, again, call us, WhatsApp, message 740-3347. We are waiting for your calls. Stop calling my number 308, because if I take that call here, it will be really and truly loud, too loud. So again, the number I'm asking, I'm directing the callers from 308-5318 to 740-3347. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, there is protests in Barrackpore, there's protests in other parts of the country, and if you would like to highlight your protest, WhatsApp, video, message to our station, Sentinel Media Broadcasting. We are going to highlight it for you, and we are going to let the government of the day, right? Because most of the time, the government of the day only see what they are told to see, okay? Or they are listening only to what people are speaking to them. This station, Sentinel Media Broadcasting, we are going to identify the good works that is done by the government as well as the ills. We're going to identify the good work that is done by the councillors and the burgesses, the MPs, the ministers. We are going to identify the good jobs that they are doing, and when they are doing a good work, we're going to tap them on their back. We're going to send that congratulatory message. But again, when you are doing, you know what? When you are doing that, you know what? We are going to shine you up, and we're going to let people know, not for fame. Not for fame, my friends, because I cannot carry my fame in the grave. Right? I can't carry my fame in the grave. So I'm not going to belittle you and make you look mad or stupid for me to look good. No, I'm not going to do that. This program is not for that. All right? So my friends.
Hence our program, Imam, is unbiased, unedited, and factual and real.
Real facts. Real facts. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to deal with that protest in Barrackpore. We had to talk about property tax. So those of you who feel, I mean, property tax is something that has to be implemented whether we like it or not. Right? But you know the hard part about it, I mean, where is the wisdom and the understanding about that? All the government of the day have to do is use a calculation that is minimal and feasible to all. Why, you know, pressurize one segment of the society? You're pressurizing one segment of the society, and the other segment of the society, they are going scot-free. Why? Why you are doing that? Why a man have a little ambition, right, Prem? He have a little ambition. He builds a little house, okay? And he set up his family in a nice, you know, comfortable surrounding. You come in now, because let me tell you something. This guy pay taxes
On
everything.
material.
Everything.
On his salary also?
Yes, everything. He already paid. And this is the only, you know, the only freehold item that he has is this lodging, right? Imagine this. Just imagine this, and I'm serious about this. A person, he has a house after building, and he collects maybe $3,000 pension. He has to fork out from that pension now. Internet bill, because you need internet. Old, young,
Yes.
healthy, strong.
The
They need
children
it.
in
Yes.
the grandchildren, the home
Right,
needs.
they need that. You need to pay water rate, you need to pay electricity, you need to pay internet, you need to buy food, you need to pay for medication.
Your cell phone
and
bill.
then now you're going to pay
Yes.
property tax on that $3,000. Hey, grow up all your people, wake up from smelly coffee, something right here. This is a taxing government. I remember, I mean, I'm going to give the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa a little plug here, right? When she went up and she was campaigning for the election, she mentioned that the government is going to tax and tax and tax and tax and tax and tax until you get crazy.
I remember that clearly, man.
Right? And she warned John Public, but people were looking at they was looking at the characteristic of the individual, they were not looking at the message of the individual.
And the policies.
And she sent out a clarion message and a clarion call to the public of Trinidad and Tobago that if you want betterment, you have to follow policies.
That's
and
it.
you have to have
That's
people who have the economic know-how to do things, not only taxing every time, you know, and certain individual benefit, the people in the north, not the east-west corridor.
No.
The people in the east-west corridor suffering just like the people in central and south.
Yes.
But there's a certain segment of the population, they are living high and mighty in our country, Trinidad and Tobago, and they are benefiting from every single aspect. When you look at crime, they benefit from crime. You look at anything, they are benefiting from it. And the 95% only fighting. We fighting, you know, this people fighting this people and this people fighting this, and we fighting each other. We are divided.
But you know, Imam, are we ready for the break?
No, we will take a break
Okay.
after. You go ahead.
Okay. I listened to a clip where the Prime Minister was speaking last week. And he said that they want observers, they are calling for observers. But I want them to observe the type of licks they will get. in the coming local government election. What does that statement tell you?
No, observers and thing is, watch me, between me and you, that is the democracy, the political leader of the United National Congress. Maybe she would have information. Election is going to be rigged and all those things. She would have those information.
I'm speaking to what the Prime Minister said.
No, the Prime Minister, he would defend him. He would defend whatever he have spoken about. Because I tell you something, many times he speak, and really and truly I will stop there, right? But what I'm saying, my friends, what I'm saying is that the political leader of the United National Congress, maybe she had gotten information or what have you, or she have privileged purview of intel that she's calling for. Nothing is wrong with that. She made a clarion call. The Prime Minister said no, and that's it. What are we going to do? We can't go and pay privately.
No.
You can't bring in people here privately, but again, that is something that could be done where
But then
the whole new...
would the findings be acknowledged?
No, forget that. Forget the findings and so forth. Media, foreign medias could be invited to cover. You know, normally local media will say, okay, there was this small hiccup here, hiccup there, and everything went smooth, and that's it. That's the norm. But maybe foreign journalists will come here, and because they have covered places like Africa and India and China,
they have some
and Asia,
credibility.
they have not the credibility alone. They know the know-how. They know exactly
The
what to
runnings
look
of
for
elections,
and how
yes.
to run.
Yeah.
So maybe I think the opposition leader could call, or she could invite foreign media journalists to come into Trinidad to cover the local government election if she think that there's a need for it when it comes to having observers, foreign observers. Let's take a break, and when we come back, this is Hard Facts with Imam Rashid Karim. My co-host today is Premchand Baldev, and we are here, my friends, every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, starting from 1 p.m. and we take maybe an hour or 15 minutes with our beautiful program, airing and identifying problems with solutions. Let's take a break, word from our sponsors, and we're going to return to make some sort of conclusion and analysis on all that we have spoken thus far.
Tito's Car Wash. You come down to Tito's Car Wash to get yourself an engine wash, a brand new spick and span cleaner.
Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back to our program, Hard Facts, with yours truly, Imam Rashid Karim. My co-host today for our program is Premchand Baldev, an activist for over 40 years. And really and truly, he has been a stalwart in assisting his communities and burgesses. And also, you would realize by now that he's a roving officer when it comes to the needy and cases that needs assistance. he mustered up his team of people, and he would go out there and render assistance. In our last program, he mentioned that, you know, his pocket monies are small, but yet still he made small contribution there, and he has spoken about having, you know, done that in the past. So Prem, I want to thank you wholeheartedly, and may God Almighty continue to give you health and strength to continue in that very said trend.
Imam, on that topic, also members of my village, they also contribute out of their pockets,
Yeah.
And every month, if I may add, Imam, Jargon's right here, and other neighbors, we look for someone who is in need, and we go and assist financially and otherwise. Whatever small we could assist. Imam, I would like to just raise a little topic here. Since the rainy season has started, right, villagers have been complaining about an influx of mosquitoes in their homes and in the area, right? We are calling on the relevant authorities, that is the Shogunate Board of, that will be the Ministry of Health.
Insect vector control.
Insect vector control. Insect vector control people, we are asking you, members of Upper Ashraf Road, Charleville, Dino Road, Kolahal Road, Marchin Road, and surrounding areas. Our area has been infested with mosquitoes day and night. They are biting us, and the diseases, right, connected with that. So we are asking you all to come and do a survey of the area, and whatever has to be done, spraying and that sort of thing, we would appreciate that very much. Also, Imam, I would like to see the Shogunate police. They step up on their patrols in our area, the area of Charleville at large, that is, and the community. Imam, do we have a community policing department in the Shogunate station?
They have persons who are designated as community police officers, but the real die-hard program, I think that has been disbanded a bit. Maybe I can call ASP Dipchan, and maybe he could join us in one of our shows, maybe on our Wednesday program.
Yeah, sure.
And maybe he could brief us and let us know what is taking place when it comes to the policing and the community service policing and all these things. Because again, you know, my friends, there's a lot of things that is happening. And when good people remain silent, evil prevails.
Prosper, yes.
Right? Always remember that. You know something, Prem? I saw something on Facebook, right? And really and truly it pained me to know what is taking place in this country. Where people will come, they will storm your bedroom, they will invade your home, they will tie you up, right? They will beat you with their guns. They will take every single thing that you work so hard for, right? And they are coming under the banner of being in the protective service. They are wearing police garments. They are wearing military garments. You know something? It pains me to know again that one of those high-powered rifles went missing.
Yes.
Right? And all these things are happening. Yeah, all these things are happening, right? And my friends, we are silent. Who is really championing the cause? Who is standing up for the poor and the downtrodden and the needy in our society? Right? All of us, all hands has to be on deck. All hands have to be on deck. When this person spoke, right, and I look at the media clipping, and I saw the gravity of how their homes was ransacked and how everything was just teared apart, it really and truly pains me. And the question is begging to be asked here, who is next?
Yes.
Who is next? There are fathers, I tell you something, there are fathers who are not going to sleep, especially when they have teenage daughters. They are not going to sleep because these miscreants will enter your home and interfere with your daughters. They will take your properties and they will still do some harm. And those harms, you could buy a car, right? You could replace maybe something. This is not condoning, but you could replace those things. But when they had to take the chastity and the modesty of our young teenage daughters, that is a lifetime stigma.
Yeah.
That is a stain that a child have to live with, right? And I'm saying it is unacceptable in this present time when so much billions of dollars are spent on the protective services of Trinidad and Tobago. That's the reason why I ask. I made this call. They should have 5 commissioners of police, 1 for every division. And these 5 commissioners of police should be meeting every month and discuss, movements, how we can do this, how we can do that, and discuss, a way forward. 1 commissioner of police, my friends, sometimes they are reading and they don't even know the name of the protective services. Yeah? This is what we are faced with, square peg and wrong hole. And when we talk, people try to victimize. I mentioned this on a program. Two people you don't fight. Right? Two things you don't fight. You don't fight the media and you don't fight the police,
yes.
because that's a losing battle.
Yeah.
And I'm not fighting with the police and I'm not fighting with the media. All I'm saying to you all, those of you in authority, right? Those who we look at the fake media broadcast where they said that Alexander got shot and so forth. Where is the agencies, right? Where is the agencies who were supposed to be intercepting those things? Where are they? But you know, if we, myself or you, or any normal sane person says something against maybe an agency or an individual, they will come down heavy-handedly on you. And we will be facing many, many lawsuits, not that. But the point I'm making again, my friends, let's take that clipping. Director, let's take that clipping with the Barrackpore protest. Let's see if we can make some sense out of nonsense. Let us see what is taking place there. That area there, you would realize that the reason that those people are protesting is because of bad roads. And that it seems as though that area there is the junction, the heartland that travels on the four corners there. Now, I am saying to you all, this has to stop, right? Because people need to identify, people need to talk. If people are having this kind of problem, you know what is going to happen here? Let me tell you how this could be resolved, right? Listen carefully, yeah? Trinidad and Tobago, only listen. I am an activist, and I've been doing lots and lots of protests. Here what is going to happen here. This is the normal scenario. They're going to light the fire. People are going to say, okay, we did what we could do. They're going to call the fire service, spend some money, manpowers and so forth, wash the road, clean up the debris, throw it in the corner, right? And then the people will go home and threaten to come back next week. Now, where is the agencies? Where is the agencies that you have these people there? You put up a tent and call these very said people, put them to sit down, let them sign a roster, a register, and let these people, let them know that, okay, we have identified, you have identified the problem, we take into consideration that such and such needs to be repaired, and we are going to try our best, at least, to put some sand, like what is happening in certain areas. People are putting coconut, coconut husk.
Yes.
They are patching road with coconut husk. People are using any means and any methods so that they can traverse the pathways. Maybe the agencies that is really and truly supposed to be bounded for those issues, WASA, because WASA is a culprit, a major culprit. They will wait until you pave and then they come and cut the road. Right? This is WASA. Right? So my friends, again, those of you who have issues that you want to identify, Sentinel Media Broadcasting is willing to entertain you. Once you have hard facts, call us at 740-3347. That's the number to reach us. If you want to book an interview, you want to come here, we can do a recorded interview, we can do a live show with you and identify with the relevant agencies some of the misdemeanors, some of the anomalies when it comes to health.
Yes.
When it comes to going to the health center and how they give you the runaround. And when you go to the hospital, how you are faced. When you go to the banking system, I spoke about the banking system. And my friends, many of you may not know this, right? That all commercial, this is what the bank manager told me, that all commercial clients, they cannot deposit money via the counter anymore. That has been stopped. What they need to do is do night bag banking or do the fast deposit with the envelope. Where now, if you are doing night banking, you are doing night bag banking, what you have to do is, you have to buy the bags. The bag is costing $3, and for every transaction that you make, you have to pay $35. That's just basically things. So I see you watching Dragon Day, right? So this is important. Now,
yeah, but then, Imam, you need to hire security.
Exactly.
There's a cost to that now and a risk.
At night, you need the deposit amount. Not only night. Night banking doesn't mean you bank in the night. You can
Even you're going in the day to use the deposit.
The night safe.
The night safe.
Yeah.
Right?
So a lot of things happening in the banking system, and you know what? It is like a thief in the night. They're just implementing, and you know something? People are just swallowing hook, line, and sinker. What we gonna do, boy?
Yeah, that's not what
Imam, what we gonna do? Like what the fella told me this morning. He said, what we gonna do? Is that, we gonna just fight them and we go talk today and then we gotta talk tomorrow and nothing. I said, let me give you an example. I said I want to be like the hummingbird. When this big fire took place, all the big animals were running away. And the hummingbird filled its beak with water and going towards the fire, and all those big animals were laughing and saying, "What that won't do anything."
Yes.
But what was the response of the hummingbird is our response here on this program, Hard Facts. Our response is this: when we stand before our Maker on the day of judgment, we must tell the Maker, "Well, Lord, we tried.
I did my endeavor best.
We did try. People, some listened and some didn't listen." And my friends, that is what this program is based upon. Hard facts, identifying the anomalies and the atrocities of this country, right? And all of a sudden, everything is coming up. All of a sudden, it is a haywire movement when nothing is positive. When last you see something that is positive? Like, some government agency will give maybe some tomato plant or something like that, or somebody will give something small to the poor, the needy, the downtrodden. When last you see those things happening? Like right now, we'll be scraping the bark of a tree because there's nothing
left here.
Prim?
Yeah, Imam, I would just like to add, when you were speaking about the crime situation, people in their homes, people have mentioned this to me, that if a home has 4 individuals or 5 individuals, when the night time comes, the vigil, the watch takes place. 4 persons at home, each person take an hour.
Imagine
to
that.
wake in.
Imagine
And mind you, some have to go to work in the morning. So they wake up from 10 to 12, another one will take it from 12 to 2, another one will take it from 2 to 4, and then they may calm down. That is what we have reached.
Just imagine that. And we're not trying to make it look bad. It's bad.
It's bad.
It's really bad.
People are very, very fearful.
And the
very
world,
fearful.
right? The world is seeing it. Somewhere I saw a statistic where they said in the Caribbean island, Trinidad is second when it comes to the highest crime rate.
But Imam, a month and a half ago, we were 6.
I think today, if it's not today,
So far,
it's yesterday.
Yes,
we are the second in the Caribbean for the fastest growing crime rate. Imagine that, when it could have been the opposite. You understand? We could have been doing things. What have the government of the day and the past government done to retain the salvation of this country? I told you all, sugarcane industry, finish.
Gone.
Rice farming, finish. Cocoa and citrus, finish. Oil, finish. The pitch lake, finish. What are they going to finish now? What is there left to be destroyed by the hands of these very sad people who wants to be the best rulers and who wants to rule this country and take it over and over and over? Who's going to do it? So my friends, I want to thank you all, those of you who are locked on, and those of you who have looked at our program today. I just want to recap some of the issues that we talk about. We talk about the high prices of chickens. Some of you might laugh and say, hey, Imam talking about high prices of chicken. Why? What's the relevance in that? But I'll tell you something. It mightn't be relevant for you, but there are people in this country wondering where they're going to get money to pay $60 and $70 for one chicken. Some of the people still have to buy back and neck and breastbone. If you don't know, I am telling you, I am in the industry.
In some homes, one chicken is cooked 4 times.
Exactly.
A 5-pound chicken.
Exactly. So don't feel that we're talking about chicken, the price of chicken. That's something that is irrelevant. That is most irrelevant, because I tell you something. If you hear the number of chickens that is sold in this country per week, 3 million chickens are sold in Trinidad and Tobago every week. 3 million.
It is one of the #1 food of the world, chicken.
Yes, so when I speak about that, I'm talking about issues and reality. I spoke about Akbar Trace. I spoke about the Uriah Butler Highway, where that piece of road, maybe this week, next week, one hard rain come again. Look at there, right? And I want you all to see the erosion. Look where that 3-ton truck is passing. The 3-ton truck is passing there. That could erode any minute. And that whole system there, you're going to cause traffic from there to Port of Spain. And then people will say, what is the reason for that? We talk about the protests that is taking place in and around our country, and that is in Barrackpore. This one is in Barrackpore. We talk about home invasion in Barrackpore. And when you look at the trend, there's a certain trend, but I'm not going to speak about that trend today. We're going to speak about that trend after I get more facts.
You spoke about the Columbia River.
We talk about the Columbia River. Look at that water, the amount of water, the capacity of water that is coming through there. And then we'll be speaking about issues like property tax. The first caller who called us, that's the auntie from Felicity, where she mentioned, my friends, where she mentioned that for 3 months she have to wake up 3 o'clock in the morning to get a little bit of water to use. So those of you who are in authority, please, maybe you can listen to some of our calls that we made here today. I asked the borough of Chaguanas, is it true that you need to email the borough if you have any sorts of problems? You need to email the borough and identify the area so that people can come and site visit you. And I just give you a ripple effect of it. I just do hope and pray that when election time comes, people say, email me for your votes. And I hope it will aura well with you. You understand? Just as how you want people to email, an old person, a person who can't email, a person who doesn't have internet, and they have problem, then their dog's dead, in other words. Their dog's dead. All right? So my friends, again, I want to thank you all wholeheartedly for watching our program. I would like you all to do me a favor, do the station a favor, share this video, like this video, and I can't say subscribe because many of you would realize how tedious it is to subscribe. But again, I want you all to subscribe to our program so that whenever we have any programs, any new programs, because we're going to have different programs coming up soon, right? We're going to have different programs coming up soon. I said Sentinel Media Broadcasting, this is a public announcement for all Muslim brothers and sisters who can call the Azan. On the 29th of Shawwal 1445, it presents a national Adhan and Qasida competition, right? I want you all to save the date. The date is the 25th of June 2023. That's just about 3 weeks max, right? Today is the 5th, 20 days from now. The venue will be the Rashid Karim Multipurpose Complex, Rashid Avenue, Kakandi Road, Felicity. As you can see there, the Adhan categories are 2, under 15, over 15 males. The Azan is only for male. Quran competition, on the other hand, and the Qasida competition, those can be given to both sexes, male and female. Right? So again, all Jamaats are invited. There'll be a lunch that's going to be provided for you all, and the cost is $40. That's a minimal fee. $40, so you can enjoy maybe a scrumptious meal, right? And there are things, there'll be small trinkets on sale. So we ask you all to contact Brother Afzal Abdul. He's the coordinator of that program, and Sentinel Media Broadcasting, in collaboration with the IFST, the Islamic Fidayah Service Trust, they are hosting this wonderful program for you. My friends, again, I want to thank you all very, very much. Thank you all very, very much for sitting and listening to us. I know for a fact that when I carried my show on U97.5 for over 5 consecutive years, majority of my listeners would have been persons who, housewives, and persons who are at home. And you know something, people would ask me, ma'am, why a little change the program, maybe put it at a better time where everybody could listen. But again, my friends, I am giving the opportunity to our sisters, our mothers, our aunties, our persons who are at home, those elderly people who are at home and they do not have a voice. I am giving you this voice where you can call me, dial the number, and tell us about your pension. That's something I want to speak about, pension. You know, is that enough pension for you? How are you spending? I would do a statistic, a chart. I will go around and do some research, and I will ask people, identify how it is you are spending your poor relief or your pension that you're collecting, your 1,500 or your 2,500 or your 3,000. You know something? As I close off here, I want to laugh too. I want to make crack a little joke too. A teacher fella, right? A teacher fella who really and truly, he teach whole his life. And his pension would have been around 5,500. When he collect everything, 5,500. And his wife who didn't do anything, she was a housewife, when she collect her pension and the NIS, whatever she collected, it would have been the same amount. So this is the equation that I want to try to identify the anomalies, how people are spending their pension money, and are they getting the value for it, or is the government doing enough for the elderly in our society, right? And maybe some of you can call us and identify Have the government of the day done anything for you when it comes to community service, community center, a health center, or any facilities where elderly people can really and truly go there, sit together, and intermingle and discuss maybe and reminisce on the
In
past.
studio.
Okay?
I'll call it that.
So my friends, those of you who are locked on, I want to just say thank you all very much. May God Almighty bless each and every one of you. Thank you for your kind patronage. We do hope and pray that you're going to continue. Let people know about this program. Tell people about our program. Share our website. And again, keep on all the time. Keep on reminding yourself that we can make that change. Okay? We can make that change. Prem, any final words?
Well, Imam, we have covered a lot of topics today. What I would like to say is that our elderly, that's the last topic you spoke about, they are facing the poverty line. They are below the poverty line, that is. And some Sentinel Media will go all the way out to do something, to probably get the relevant authorities, the government in particular, to do something about this pension. It is ridiculous.
Okay, so thank you, Prem, and thank you to the audience who came to listen to us. They were very, very much quiet, and that's something that really and truly is a positive in the sense that they understand that we are live. We are live.
Program,
Yeah,
yes.
we are live in studio. I want to thank the producer. I want to thank all who have joined us, whether you have joined us for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, those of you who are driving in the pathways. Please be very careful on the Uriah Butler Highway, especially on the location that we have identified. If your vehicles are really and truly heavy vehicles, you have to be very, very careful. Imam Rashid Karim signing off. This is your program, Hard Facts. Until Wednesday, stay safe and God bless you all.